Welcome to SVG TV News for Monday, January 23rd, 2023. I am Rochelle Batiste with the details. Statistics have shown that over $140 million of value were provided in the area of agriculture last year. This is according to Prime Minister Dr. Ralph Gonsalves during an information and awareness session held with farmers of his constituency, North Central Windward, at the South Rivers Methodist School recently.
Eat ourselves in our homes, because that has value. You don't necessarily count it, but it has value. What we sell in the market in town and about the countryside, what we sell to the restaurants and the hotels, and what we sell overseas, principally Trinidad, Barbados, and OECS countries. And to produce the amount of value in agriculture and to increase that extent of production, we need to have everybody working together and not quarreling over things, quarreling with one another about things we should not be doing, quarreling, but to work sensibly to see how we can improve what we have.
Explaining to the farmers the importance of agriculture to the economy, the Prime Minister noted that out of every $100 produced in the economy, agriculture provides at least $8 or more.
Agriculture nevertheless remains an important pillar . Out of every $100 of value produced in the economy, that is to say, you take tourism, transportation, health services, administration services, financial services, everything, fishing, the like. Agriculture provides about $8 out of every $100 in wealth created. There was a time when it provided more than $8 out of every 100, but it did not mean that you had necessarily a larger amount of money.
With the expectation of the start of operation of Sandals Beaches Resort here early next year, farmers are encouraged to grow more vegetables. The appeal comes from Minister of Agriculture Supporter Caesar, who noted at the meeting in South Rivers recently that there will be a demand for a lot of vegetables and farmers should take advantage of the opportunity to supply.
We expect to welcome to St. Vincent and the Grenadines and to have its doors open, the Sandals Resort. And going through the doors of that resort, we anticipate 1,500 persons per week. And that is one among many other hotels and guest houses that will be opening. We also have the yachts in Canawan, in Beckway, also coming to St. Vincent, needing different types of food. And the question I want to ask us this evening, are we going to bring butternut squash that is so easy to grow from Guatemala to feed the tourists in St. Vincent and the Grenadines when we can grow it here? Are we going to bring the cabbage and the lettuce from Canada and put the monies in the pockets of farmers overseas. Ask yourself the question, why can't we do it ourselves? Or, when you need carrots, are we going to wait on a boat to come from Trinidad and Tobago to bring carrots from Costa Rica through Trinidad and Tobago to St. Vincent and the Grenadines?
The agriculture minister said he knows that the Vincentian farmers are capable of producing more food, and the Ministry of Agriculture will ensure that they are able to do so.
And the answer to those questions and the solution to that problem, we are going constituency to constituency, district to district, zone to zone, to address those questions. And as Minister of Agriculture, I want to say to you this evening that we have the ability, we have the manpower, we have the support of the government of St. Vincent and the Grenadines and other governments to ensure that we can produce more locally. And we need to give ourselves an encouraging round of applause for that acknowledgement.
40 more Vincentian women have benefited from the Women's Empowerment Program, the WEP, through the Republic of China on Taiwan. The WEP graduation ceremony for cosmetology and sewing skills training took place last Friday, January 20th, at the Kingston Baptist Church. Speaking at the ceremony, Director of Adult and Continuing Education, Kathleen Jeffers, noting that in May 2021, both the ROC and the government of St. Vincent and the Grenadines realized that there was a need to assist women, particularly in skills training, and ultimately the project was approved in July of that year. Jeffers explained that the project is divided in 3 parts: institutional enhancement, technical vocational training, and training of farmers. She commended the participants for finishing the course and called for more stakeholders to come on board. Taiwan's ambassador to SVG, His Excellency Peter Sha-Ling Lang, urged the participants to continue in their advancement, as vocational training is a very important part of education. The ambassador promised that the Women's Empowerment Project will continue and will include new projects to be launched in the future. Ambassador Lan also confirmed his country's unwavering support for St. Vincent and the Grenadines, noting that Taiwan will always be with you. Minister of Education Curtis King acknowledged the support given by Taiwan on a number of other initiatives, including scholarships, support for education and training, and youth empowerment service programs, the WEP, and the newly launched on-site program as tools to further educate and empower Vincentians. To date, 306 participants have completed training from 16 cohorts under the Women's Empowerment Program. A fire in Upper New Montrose last Friday has left 3 persons homeless. As we hear in this report, even though they have lost everything, the owner of the home say they are grateful for life.
The fire reportedly started just after 3 this afternoon. Sylvan Richards, who lived in the Upper Montrose home for the past 4 years, says she was not at home when the fire started. The distraught woman says she got a call to say that her house was on fire and rushed home, only to see her 1-bedroom house totally engulfed in flames.
Everything gone. Like gone.
Richards, who is unemployed, says 2 other persons were staying with her, including a child who is 1 day shy of celebrating his birthday.
So now I have a friend that had a little problem, so she's actually staying with me with her son. He's gonna be 6 tomorrow.
According to Richards, the firemen did their best to save her wooden house. They managed to contain the fire from spreading further.
Everything has gone, but they did a good job still in maintaining the fire. Because there's another house in the yard. So it hasn't spread to the top house or the neighbors, so they did a great job.
Richards is thankful that no life was lost.
I've lost everything, but I have life. So I can start over.
Neighbors said they feel hurt for Richards, knowing that the woman was in the early stages of rebuilding her life, having come out of a harrowing experience in the recent past. The fire department is carrying out investigations. Larissa Pugsley-Kidd, SVG TV News.
And an investigation has been launched into the circumstances surrounding the death of Frankie Gooden, a 62-year-old businessman of the United States, or Bequia. The police say investigations revealed that on Saturday, January 21st, 2023, at about 7:30 p.m., Gooden and a friend were boarding a vehicle when an assailant approached and shot him. Gooden was taken to the Port Elizabeth Hospital for medical attention, where he subsequently succumbed to his injuries. A post-mortem examination will be carried out on the body to ascertain the exact cause of death. The police are asking for assistance from the public in identifying the assailant in the video that is being circulated on social media of the shooting. Persons with information are encouraged to contact the Assistant Commissioner of Police in charge of crime at telephone number 1784-4571 211 extension 4816, the officer in charge of the Criminal Investigations Department, the Major Crime Unit at 1784-45-61810, or the officer in charge of the Grenadines at 1784-45-71211 extension 4810-4881, or any police station or police officer you are comfortable speaking with. The police say all information received will be treated confidentially. Gooden's death marks the second homicide in the country for 2023. And a joint police operation today has led to the discovery of one M4 rifle, 2 magazines, 50 rounds of .22, 20 rounds of 10mm, 2 rounds of 9mm, and 9 rounds of .45 ammunition, along with 2 black masks. The police say the operation was conducted between members of the Rapid Response, Special Services, the Narcotics, and Special Patrol units in the Rose Place community. The guns and ammunition were discovered in an abandoned house opposite the Kingstown Cemetery. No arrest has been made up to news time. The police say investigations are ongoing. In more local news now, we heard at the St. Mary's Roman Catholic Primary School on Saturday, January 21st, began its year-long celebration for its 101st anniversary under the theme Honoring Our Past, Building Our Future, Our Nation, Our Legacy, with the motto, with God's help, we can succeed. Saturday's first official event was an anniversary Thanksgiving Mass at the Cathedral of the Assumption. Delivering the homily, Monsignor Michael Stewart says the St. Mary's RC is a beacon of light in the society.
In the praises of God is always important. We tend to live in a society where people receive gifts and they fail to say thank you. In fact, I used to have this image of thanks being something being offered. The person who receives pulls it out of the other person's hand and never really turn back to say thank you in any significant way. That for me is poverty, the inability to recognize gift and the inability to say thank you for gift received. St. Mary's, thank you for your presence, your gift giving to St. Vincent and the Grenadines. In your school song, I sense St. Mary's is not just another school. St. Mary's is mother. It's like Jesus saying to his disciple, the beloved disciple, behold your mother, mother behold your son. So St. Mary's is mother, mother of all of us who have passed through her walls.
Minister of Education Curtis King, who addressed the Thanksgiving service, congratulated the school on its 101st anniversary, noting that there is a lot for it to celebrate in regards to its past, with a future of great promises.
And you're a school within a nation, and I must say your contribution thus far has created a legacy that many will want to emulate. There is no doubt that you have produced graduates that have made their significant contribution to all endeavors in St. Vincent and the Grenadines, and I dare say, by extension, outside of St. Vincent and the Grenadines, in many other countries. And that is testimony to the commitment that you have shown over the years and the dedication with which you have approached your work. Certainly, I would want to congratulate the various school leaders over that period, the various teachers, the Parent Teachers Association, the Parent Teachers Association and its various leadership, the Roman Catholic Church, and as I said at another activity, the church itself has made a significant contribution to the development of education here in St. Vincent and the Grenadines. And for that we must say also thanks. But certainly, as a government and as a people, we are grateful for the wonderful contribution that has been made by this institution. Therefore, I want to wish you all the best in the observation of your celebration throughout this year. And I'm hoping, I'm praying that you will be around for the next 101 years and perhaps more as you continue to provide our people with the very important service of education. Education is needed for the transformation of our society.
Other activities scheduled to take place this year as part of the St. Mary's RC 101 anniversary celebrations are the St. Mary's Loves You Feed the Homeless at the Soup Kitchen on February 12th, the Parent Teacher Challenge in March, the Community Outreach Project in April, locating and presenting tokens to the oldest living past students and teachers of the school, distributing gift baskets to elderly persons in the school's community, making bookmarks and distributing them to the elderly. Class field visits in May, the anniversary fair in June, internal public speaking, jingle, song and art competition in September, October, and the 101 anniversary production concert in November, the commemorative magazine in December this year. And Chimooka, Ontario Secondary School is celebrating this year its 50th anniversary of existence under the theme of 50 Years of Tenacity. The school will also be hosting a series of events throughout the year to mark this milestone. These will include sporting, cultural and civic events, which it said will help to provide unprecedented opportunities to bring together students, staff, alumni, friends and the wider community. To launch the celebrations, there was an opening ceremony at the school today, Monday, January 23rd. Addressing today's ceremony to mark the start of the anniversary celebration activities was Deputy Chief Education Officer Dixon Finley, who said he is also celebrating with the school as he spent 5 of his best years in teaching at the Chimooka, Ontario Secondary School.
Long before everyone was allowed to go into a secondary school, the doors of Chimooka Secondary School was open to everyone. And there were times when persons couldn't get into schools like Barley, and we say, let's head to Chimooka, and they were all welcome. So we started the revolution. Chimooka has produced outstanding citizens in St. Vincent and the Grenadines. So we have produced outstanding politicians, we have produced outstanding teachers, and you can correct me if I'm wrong, but I believe Ms. Williams is the first principal of the school who came to the school. Yes, so Ms. Williams. And then Mr. Sampson came in, I think he left a palm tree, and he came back as a teacher, and he is back as principal. We have outstanding teachers like Mr. Gary, a past student and a long-standing teacher. We say amen. To God be the glory for outstanding teachers who continue to work hard to ensure that you get a quality education. There is more work to be done. 50 years is a very short time. But in 50 years, the Chimooka, Ontario Secondary School has achieved a lot.
Principal Christopher Sampson said over the past 5 decades, not only has the school expanded physically as an institution, but has assumed its place in society of almost every profession.
We will be forever grateful to all the former teachers who have helped molding and shaping the minds of all those who walk the corridors of this school. These include Mr. Conrad Charles, Mr. Gertrude Samuel, Mr. Alvin Allen, Mr. Calvin Herbert, Mr. Esther Buck, Mr. Rosemary Providence, Mr. Noel Selin, Mr. Andrew Wickham, Mr. Frederica King, Mr. Alden Douglas, Mr. Ivor Laborde, Mr. Ahmed Edwards, Mr. Dixon Finley, Alder Gomes Dyer, Rupert Nash, and Reverend Carlton Edwards. I could call a lot more. TAS was built on an extensive community. TAS was built an extensive community of alumni, academics, partners, supporters, friends, and well-wishers, some of whom are here today, and many others who are scattered across the Caribbean seas and across the globe. Without a doubt, it is through our collective efforts and supporters that this school has withstood the test of time. Tenacity offers show success.
Area Representative Carlos James said 50 years is no easy feat for any organization. However, he is happy that the institution continues to thrive.
At every period of its development, its triumph and successes, were men, women, and students behind those 50 years, persevering, engaging in struggles, ensuring the fight to have this institution exist here today. The very first thing I did when I came here this morning, I visited the science laboratory. And I wanted to see the stage as to where and the condition that it is in. Because for many years, we have been reporting all of the current teachers, sciences, the current principal and past principals have asked the Ministry of Education to look at improving the standard and the quality of the laboratories at this school. In the year we are celebrating 50 years, I would say to the ministry official, and no fault of his, but the laboratory is way below the standard and quality that it ought to be. And I say this as a past student and as an Leeward and a Chimooka man, that we ought to do better to improve the quality and delivery of education across the board. There are several things that we have to do this year at this institution, and as it relates to education in North Leeward. All of the principals, both primary and secondary, they have to work closer as a unit to advance the causes of students in this constituency.
That's right.
To deliver quality education require resources to do so. And you have to advocate strongly, forcefully, and work with me as well so that we can provide the best resources possible for our students.
And primary school students who are aspiring authors or who just enjoy writing are encouraged to participate in the CPE Year 2023 story writing competition facilitated by the Caribbean Examination Council, the CXE. According to CXE, the story writing competition designed for grades 4 to 6 students was created to provide an avenue to unearth the writing potential and talents of pupils. At the end of the competition, the 20 best short stories will be published as e-books on the CXE website and the CXE Learning Hub. Students across the Caribbean will have access to these books for free. Interested students can access all relevant information via the Ministry of Education social media platforms, Facebook and Instagram, along with the website www.svgcdu.org. St. Vincent and the Grenadines had 3 top 5 winning stories, with another placing 11th in the 2021 edition.